by the resurrection. Why? Certainly, it wasn't any big deal about his birth. As a matter of fact, his mom didn't even have the conveniences of a poor farm girl. Certainly, as he grew, he sure wasn't the only smart kid in the region. He wasn't known for his looks. He wasn't some Adonis or handsome lad. He wasn't a musician, a poet, or philosopher, and he didn't display any other noticeable talent that would provide a bookmark on his lane of success. Obviously, he wasn't doing marvelous things growing up through childhood, and then all of a sudden we pick up with him telling his mom, chill, because he was engaged in a debate with some extremely knowledgeable men at the temple in Jerusalem. That his outlook on a lifestyle marked by not owning any land, not having a home or transportation, yet being an extremely social guy who seemed to be witty and somewhat philosophical, made him no different from any other prodigy of his day. So he was well liked in his social arena. As a matter of fact, he drew a crowd wherever he was attending. And if he was speaking, people listened because never had they heard such logical explanation of scripture vividly painted by real life inferences, parables. Now that part was amazing. He started a movement, and to officiate the duties and responsibilities thereof, he meticulously chose 12 executives. He called them disciples, though there were many others that followed him. His movement grew in size. There was once a recorded attendance of over 5,000 men, not including women and children, in attendance at his site. His ministry went big. It got so big that he drew major concern of some of the most prominent religious figures of that time. But all in all, that he would occasionally heal someone who was ill, or bring back to life someone who had been declared deceased, or even cause a blind person to receive their natural eyesight, didn't make him a king, nor did it make him a God sent. The powers that he demonstrated were on record as those powers belonging to a wizard or a witch, someone who was possessed with a Luciferian spirit. So his living, that is existing among mankind, created no exceptional merit greater than that of any of the previous wizards and prophets before him. Never before had anyone displayed the power to recover their own life after having been witnessed being brutally beaten, killed, and bled out. To demonstrate such power was the only thing he could do that would prove beyond all reasonable doubt, truly, he is the Son of God. After a while, he began to discuss his plan with his chosen disciples. He'd tell them things like, this temple will be destroyed, but will be rebuilt in 3 days. And though they knew that he wasn't on meds, they'd just hear and let it pass over. They really didn't understand what he meant, but they were cool with it. But as he continued to tell them of his plan, he let them know that his plan was God's will and not a final act of desperation to make himself more than any other that had come before him. Rather, his resurrection was the jewel of the crown that would seal the redemption of the soul of mankind for all who would believe in him. So that he was killed didn't raise a hair on the neck of greatness, but that he rose granted him power unknown to any that had come before him. And that power over death, hell, and the grave he claimed. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved. Thus is the importance of the resurrection.